If you have ever added wood ash to your garden because it felt natural and harmless, you are not alone. For a long time, ash has been used in gardens as a traditional soil amendment. It comes from wood, costs nothing, and seems like a logical way to recycle nutrients. However, wood ash is far more powerful than most gardeners realize, and when it is used incorrectly, it can slowly alter soil conditions in ways that are difficult to repair. The first misunderstanding begins with the idea that wood ash is simply burned wood that still behaves like organic matter. In reality, burning wood completely changes its composition. During combustion, organic compounds are destroyed. Carbon is largely lost, sugars disappear, and nitrogen is released into the air. What remains is not compost and not humus, but a concentrated mineral residue with strong chemical properties. Wood ash contains significant amounts of calcium, usually in the form of calcium carbonate. It also includes potassium, phosphorus, magnesium, and trace elements. These minerals are essential for plant growth, but they do not behave the same way as nutrients found in organic matter. They must be processed by soil chemistry and microorganisms before plants can absorb them efficiently. One of the most important characteristics of wood ash is its alkalinity. Fresh wood ash is strongly alkaline and can have a pH between 9 and 12, depending on the type of wood and how it was burned. When ash is applied repeatedly, even in moderate amounts, it raises the pH of the soil. This effect is cumulative and becomes stronger over time. Most garden plants prefer slightly acidic to neutral soil. When soil pH rises too much, nutrients such as iron, manganese, phosphorus, and zinc become less available to plant roots. This condition is often mistaken for nutrient deficiency, even though the nutrients are physically present in the soil. Plants may develop pale leaves, slow growth, and reduced yields as a result. Another issue associated with excessive ash use is increased salt content in the soil. Wood ash contains soluble salts that can accumulate when applied frequently. High salt levels interfere with water uptake and can damage fine root hairs. This stress weakens plants and reduces their ability to absorb nutrients efficiently. Soil life is also affected by repeated ash application. Many beneficial microorganisms and earthworms prefer stable, moderately acidic to neutral conditions. When alkalinity rises too quickly, these organisms may decline or move away. Over time, this can lead to poorer soil structure, reduced biological activity, and lower long-term fertility. A common but often overlooked interaction occurs when wood ash is used alongside nitrogen-rich fertilizers or fresh manure. In alkaline conditions, nitrogen can convert into ammonia gas and escape into the air. This does not usually happen instantly or dramatically, but it does reduce the effectiveness of nitrogen fertilization. The result is less available nitrogen for crops and lower overall efficiency. Another widespread misconception is that wood ash can be used in the same way as biochar. While both come from wood, they are very different materials. Biochar is produced through controlled heating that preserves carbon and creates a porous structure beneficial to soil microbes. Wood ash contains little to no carbon and lacks this structure. Treating ash as a substitute for biochar can lead to unintended soil imbalance. Despite these risks, wood ash is not inherently harmful. It simply requires careful and informed use. One of the safest and most effective ways to use wood ash is through composting. Compost piles tend to become acidic as organic matter decomposes. Small amounts of ash can help buffer this acidity while allowing microbes to slowly process the minerals into plant-available forms. When added to compost, ash should be used sparingly. A commonly recommended guideline is no more than 1 kilogram of wood ash per cubic meter of compost material. It should be sprinkled lightly between layers rather than added all at once. This approach prevents chemical shock and promotes gradual integration. Direct application of wood ash to soil should only be considered when soil tests confirm acidity. Even then, the quantity must remain limited. Extension services generally recommend no more than 80 to 100 grams per square meter per year. Applying more than this can quickly raise pH beyond safe levels and create long-term problems. Many gardeners exceed these limits unintentionally, especially when disposing of fireplace or wood stove ash. Large amounts applied in a single season may take years to correct through organic amendments and careful soil management. There are also uses for wood ash that do not involve garden soil at all. In poultry keeping, ash is commonly used in dust baths. Mixed with dry soil or sand, it helps chickens clean their feathers and control external parasites. This application poses no risk to soil chemistry and provides real benefits for animal health. Wood ash is sometimes promoted as a slug deterrent. While dry ash can irritate slugs temporarily, the effect disappears once the ash becomes moist. Given the short-lived benefit and the potential soil risks, ash is not a reliable long-term pest control solution. Wood ash is neither a miracle fertilizer nor a harmless waste product. It is a strong soil amendment that must be used with restraint and understanding. When applied correctly, especially through composting or careful pH management, it can contribute valuable minerals to the soil. When misused, it can quietly degrade soil health and reduce garden productivity. Healthy soil depends on balance. The more gardeners understand how materials like wood ash affect that balance, the better their gardens will perform over time. Knowledge, moderation, and respect for soil chemistry are the keys to using wood ash safely and effectively. If you choose to use wood ash in any form, timing also matters. Ash should never be applied during the active growing season when plants are under stress from heat or drought. The safest time is late fall or early spring, when soil organisms are active but plants are not demanding nutrients at high rates. This allows the soil to adjust gradually without shocking roots. It is also important to consider what kind of wood the ash comes from. Only ash from untreated, natural wood should ever be used. Ash from painted, stained, pressure-treated, or glued wood can contain toxic compounds and heavy metals that are harmful to both plants and soil life. These contaminants do not break down and can remain in the soil for years.